everybody. Brad Nessler here, and with me as always, Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso. It's a mild, clear day, so the weather won't be a factor in this battle between the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Arizona State Sun Devil. Happy New Year, everybody. As usual, the 1st of January brings a lot of hard-hitting action. And here come the Sun Devils. Fans on both sides think their team is going to win this thing. What's your prediction, Kirk?
Penn State has an impressive-looking young man at wideout. Watch for them to go to him early and often in this one. He's the big play man in this offense, so look for him to step up and be the difference.
There's no question who I'm buying in this one.
Look out. I'm going with Penn State.
We're ready to get this one underway as the teams are lined up for the opening kick. He kicks off. May takes it at the 4. So now we'll get to see the offense come out of the field for their first drive of this game. Today we get to watch a very talented quarterback direct the offense. The head coach mentioned earlier in the week how important it is for him to have a good game.
There's no doubt about it. He needs to play well today, but it's not going to be easy. He's going up against a very good set of corners.
You can have the corners, Kirk. I'll take this quarterback in this matchup any day of the week. He's a proven leader, and he won't let his team down.
Let's look at how they rank in offensive production for the year.
Wow, these guys can't be stopped. I hope this defense is ready for them.
Hey, this offense is one of the best we've seen. They know how to get the ball down the field.
Got his man on the run.
This is a simple case of finding the hole in the zone. The quarterback did a good job of recognizing the coverage and he found his man.
Yep, give the receiver some credit too. He got open, then made a nice catch for the first down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. To the back. Hawkins brings him down at the 41. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. They line up at the 41.
Ball
2nd and 7.
41-yard line.
They're in the eye. Edwards hands it off. Robinson with the tackle at the 36-yard line. Ryan comes away with 5 yards on the carry. It's 3rd down and 2 to go.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
This defense is in the dime. Edwards off the fake. He throws a dart. His receiver has it. He's all the way. Touchdown. And they're lining up for the PAT. And he converts the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Arizona State is lining up to kick this one off. Decent kick. Crenshaw takes it to the 6. Now let's see what kind of success this offense can have as they come out onto the field for the first time today. They'll take over at the 26-yard line.
Take over at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10.
Penn State comes out with an I formation. And he's level at the 25-yard line.
Man, I sure wouldn't want to be hit by that kid.
That's not baby fat on him anymore. He weighs 300 pounds plus. I don't know if I'd be calling him a kid.
Well, I'm not the one out there taking the hits either, my friend.
Arizona State has definitely struggled a bit on defense this year.
Everyone has been moving the ball up and down the field on them. They really need to stop missing tackles.
Yeah, they've had more problems than that, though. It's really put a lot of pressure on their offense to try to win the game.
Crenshaw gets about 4 yards on play. Look at how good this offense has been compared to the rest of the country.
I say they're one of the best. Just look at those numbers. Wow.
Eugene drops back, throwing left. Incomplete. Simmons was the intended target, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
Fourth and 7.
It's 4th down now, and we'll see the punt team. Thomas is back to receive. He gets it off. Thomas fields it at the 41. He made some nice moves on that return.
Yeah, but too many, Brad. Boy, he'd love to have another chance at that one. The field is wide open for a score.
They'll start this drive at midfield. Edwards with 3 wide receivers. He's looking to pass. Throws. And he's tackled at the 46-yard line. So it's complete, but they didn't get much there.
And that's because the defense was just waiting on it, and they attacked. The quarterback should have found somebody else downfield.
Second down and 7. Ball on the 46. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Edwards hands it off. Excellent open field tackle. Ryan gets 3 yards on the carry. They line up at the 43. They're down at 4 coming up on this one. The Devils come to the line with their jumbo package. Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still.
They'll bring the ball back and mark off some yards against them. 3rd down again.
Oh, yeah, and those types of mistakes kill drives more times than not.
3rd and 9.
From the 48-yard line.
On the 48-yard
3rd down.
line.
Edwards steps back to pass. Surveys the field. He catches another one.
Now that's what you have to do on 3rd and long.
Yep, they went right at him and hit him in the mouth. That's a great conversion to get the 1st down.
We've got a 1st and 10.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Edwards on 1st down. He throws it. It's complete. He's taken down at the 26. A good play to the tight end that time.
Yeah, this is a play that we saw in practice the other day over and over again.
As a coach, you like it when all that practice pays off and your players execute in the game like they did all week in practice. Good job.
26-yard
They line up at the 26. 2nd down. The Devils go with the I formation. Defense looking for his first incompletion this drive. May was the intended target on the play, so that'll make it 3rd down. The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Ryan alone in the backfield. He's going right. And he's got him on the street. He's all the way down to the 1. And a big catch by the tight end.
Yeah, that was big. And I'll tell you what, that tight end can really move.
First and goal. They're in the red zone. They've got about 100 tight ends in there for this goal line play. Edwards sets up the play action. Makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown. Guys, that one's going to give them the record.
Every NCAA history has any quarterback thrown this many touchdowns in one season. What an unbelievable year.
This kid's a tremendous talent. To put these kind of numbers up is just amazing. Our congratulations to Washington.
They'll line up for the extra point here. And he adds the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Arizona State ready to kick this one off. Crenshaw and Timbers. Deep to return. He kicks off. Crenshaw takes it at the 8. Not a very good series for this offense on their last drive as they were forced into a 3-and-out.
Boy, oh boy, they had nothing going last time.
Yeah, maybe, Scooter, you need to get out there and show them what you're made out of.
Somebody get me a helmet quickly.
First and 10.
This drive will start
on the
at the
29-yard
29.
line.
Crenshaw, alone back. Eugene with the give. Brought down at the 31. The running back gets 2 on the carry. Second and 8. Ball on their own 31.
31-yard line.
Penn State sets up in the eye. He decides to run with it. Ball is loose. Fumble. Whoa, he just took a licking. Uh-oh, this could get ugly.
It's looking that way right now. They really need to hold him here to get the ball back and put some points on the board.
If not, this one has all the makings of a blowout.
They'll take
We'll see if they can capitalize on the good field
First
position.
and 10.
The Nittany Lions line up with 6 defensive backs. Ryan takes the pitch. Vincent tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. The defense stuffed out that toss. That's a loss of 3. Penn State has a defense that, well, it's just plain bad. Have a look at the numbers.
Yeah, you're being kind, Brad. They can't stop anybody. They better start tackling better. It's going to be another long day.
He passes it. Missed tackle. He lost the ball. And they fall on the loose ball. Looks like they got a lucky break there, guys.
What was the receiver doing on that play?
He sure wasn't holding onto the football very well, that's for sure.
They'll line up at the 25.
Ball on the
3rd and 2 coming up here.
25-yard line.
Down the middle. And it's caught. And he's tackled at the 3. Nice job by the quarterback to hit the tight end for a decent gain.
Yeah, this guy's not going to burn too many guys deep, but he's definitely a good possession guy who you can rely on.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Let's see if they can punch this one in. Looks to pass. Throw short. Touchdown. He hit the big tight end for 6 on that one.
As a quarterback, you like the tight end inside the 10-yard line because they have a knack for finding the opening. They can just roll it in there.
Here's the kicking team to try the extra point. He makes the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off. Crenshaw passes it to 5. The last time they had the ball, they gave it away on the fumble.
The old ball coach is not too happy about that either. I'd hate to see that if it happens again.
They'll go to work at the 22.
At the 22-yard line. First and 10.
Penn State lines up with 3 receivers. He looks to throw on first down. Throws it to the outside. Down the sideline. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Hold everything, folks. There's a marker down. Let's get the call.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first
That
down.
was a very costly mistake there.
That drives the coaches crazy. It drives the players crazy. It drives the fans crazy. It drives everybody crazy.
We'll see if that comes back to shoot him in the foot
First and
later
long.
on.
Ball
First
on
and
the
long.
12-yard line.
Penn State comes out in the shotgun. He drops back, steps up, and he puts it on the turf. Holy takes him down for a loss. Wow, very close to turning it over, but they'll keep possession of the football.
Way to play heads up out there. That's just one more reason to play to the whistle.
From their own 7-yard line. Second and long.
Second and long. Ball on the 7-yard line.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Throws. It's tipped. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it. They're really fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
Not a very smart decision by the quarterback. He had no shot at completing it.
Yeah, but that defender had a perfect shot at
Third
it.
and
He
long.
just didn't catch
Ball
it.
on the 7-yard
Third and
line.
long. Ball on their own 7. The Nittany Lions come out in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He's in trouble. Safety. Better than 8 minutes remain in the first quarter. And the score, Arizona State 23, Penn State nothing.
Penn
Cronin
State is
lines up at his 20 to punt this one away. He jukes. Well, I'll tell you guys, the passing game was sure on target during their last drive.
And the quarterback has great protection by his offensive line. When he gets time, he can pick you apart.
They'll take
First
over
and 10.
at the 48-yard
Ball on the
line.
48-yard line.
First and 10.
The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. He lets it go, catches it. Blackstock tackles him at the 35. That one worked pretty well.
It's a good job here by the wide receiver to get open. Create a good separation from the defense.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Back to pass. Lets it fly. He spins around. Blackstock brings him down at the 30-yard line. Nice little pattern there.
Yeah, he had great position there, and that ball was thrown in the right spot.
From the 30-yard line.
Ball on
Second
the
down.
30-yard line.
He's looking to pass. Throw short, and it's the senior. They'll bring him down at the 26. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
It's third down and a yard for the first down. Ryan, alone in the backfield. Play action, throwing left. It falls incomplete. He overthrew the receiver. So they're going to go for it here.
The 26-yard line.
They're lining up in the 5-2. He throws left, and they couldn't hook up on that one. Not quite enough for the first. Looks like they'll turn it over on downs.
You know what? I think they still made the right call there.
Yeah, it was worth the gamble, even though they didn't make it.
They'll go to work at the 26-yard line. First and 10.
Eugene set to go to the air. That's incomplete. He let that one go before the defense got to him, and it fell incomplete.
Sometimes if you can safely get rid of the ball, it's your best option.
They line up at the 26. Second down. The Sun Devils bring in their dime package. Crenshaw, the ball carrier, and he's taken down at the 36-yard line. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
First and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 36. Penn State in a 4-wide set. Crenshaw gets another carry. Juke move. Williams with the tackle at the 39-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup. From their own 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39-yard
Second down and
line.
7. Eugene comes to the line with 3 wide. And he hits him hard at the 35. They'll line up at the 35. Third down. The Nittany Lions line up with 4 wideouts. Eugene back to pass. Looks, lets it fly, and it's picked off. They're really digging themselves in a hole now. That interception was not what they were looking for.
Yeah, they've had a really bad first half. They're going to have to stage some sort of comeback in the second half.
They'll get the ball here at the 39.
Take over at the 39-yard line. First and 10.
The Nittany Lions line up in a nickelback. Edwards off the fake. Over the middle. He's taken down at the 18. And with that last throw, he's now gone over 200 yards in the half. Since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown. Edwards takes a handoff. And that is touchdown number 2.
This quarterback likes his tight end. He looks for him and uses him as a safety valve, Kirk.
Yep, no question. That's his security blanket. Whenever he gets into trouble, he always seems to find his tight end.
They're setting up for the PAT. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Arizona State to kick this one off. He sends it off. Crenshaw has it at the 5. At the 30. He's hit and got away. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. This drive will start at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line. First and 10.
Penn State lines up with 3 receivers. The running back has it. They'll bring him down at the 38-yard line. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback. We've got 2nd and 9 here.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
They're in the eye. Eugene hands it off. Tackle made at the 39. Not much help from his blockers, and he's only able to gain a yard. From their own 39-yard line.
On the 39-yard line.
It's 3rd and 8. 3 wideouts here. Eugene back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Throws to the middle. Thomas brings him down at the 44. They convert on 3rd and long, guys.
With the offense coming through in a big way that time. How about the timing on that route, Coach?
Yeah, Kirk, the quarterback was able to throw to a spot, and the receiver was there to catch it for a 1st and 10. Nice play.
1st and 10.
It's
Ball
first down.
44-yard line.
Again with the run. He's hit and got away. Tackle at the 34-yard line. That was a pretty good run.
Incredible effort there running the football by this guy.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 34. Penn State comes to the line with 3 wide. He'll get it again. And they make the stop at the 30-yard line. Crenshaw gains about 4 yards on the play. They line up at the 30.
Ball
2nd down.
30-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. Eugene drops to throw. He's looking for his man. He's tackled at the 18. And guys, you can just feel the momentum building with this drive.
That's their 3rd first down on this drive alone, Coach.
Yep, we all know how important momentum is in college football. This defense really needs to step up and get some of it back.
Penn State is one of the best teams in the country at getting points once they enter the red zone.
You're absolutely right, my friend. This offense knows how to close the deal and put points on the scoreboard.
And they push him out at the 9.
How about this guy keeping his feet?
Oh, that was a nice catch, Kurt. Great job of dragging the feet.
It's 2nd and 1. This is the 8th play of this drive. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Eugene still has it. He looks. Great coverage, and it's intercepted. The linebacker comes down with the INT.
Let me say one thing. That was a tough catch. Even for a receiver, that would have been a tough catch to make.
They'll go to work at the 7-yard line.
Take over at the 7-yard line. 1st and 10.
Penn State brings in their nickel package. He looks to throw on first down. He throws the screen. They'll bring him down at the 21-yard line. The defense looked a little lost on that one, Kirk.
Yeah, they did, Brad. Nice recognition here by the quarterback to see that confusion and take advantage of it.
It's 1st and 10. Ryan is the single setback. Moves up in the pocket. Here comes the pressure. And it looks like there's an injury down there on the field.
I didn't see what happened on the play, but you can only hope that this guy's able to shake it off and get back into the game.
It's 2nd and long. Ball on the 14-yard line. Harris steps back to pass. He lets it go.
The defense looked alive on that play.
Yeah, Coach, you did a great job of reading the play and beating the receiver to the ball.
That'll make it 3rd down.
Third down. Ball on the 14-yard line.
The Nittany Lions bring in the nickel package. Short toss. Oh, man, did he take a hit. So on 3rd and a mile, they'll come up short.
They weren't even close to picking up a first on that play.
I guess at least they moved the ball a little bit closer to the original line of scrimmage.
Fourth and 13.
Here comes the punter looking to boot this one away. Crenshaw, the return man. He gets it away. Crenshaw fields it at the 42. So he managed to get a few yards on the run back.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break free.
They'll
go to
take
work
over
at the
47-yard line. 1st and 10.
Setting up play action. Eugene is sacked. It's 2nd down now, 14 to go. Ball on their own 43. The Nittany Lions line up with 3 wide. Drops back to pass. With the throw. That's a great tackle at the 44. And he got stopped before he even got started on that thing.
That defense had their eyes on that kid the entire time. Whoa.
They line up at the 44. They're down 13. Penn State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Looks to pass. It's deflected.
That's a fantastic defensive effort.
Yeah, the deflection prevented them from getting any yards. And now it's 4th down.
4th and 13.
So they're set to punt this one away. Thomas is back deep to return. Gets it off. Thomas takes it to 25. Across midfield. He could go at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. They return it all the way for the touchdown. Oh, that's going to get the old heart pumping.
I'll tell you what, the special teams coach has to be very proud there. That play was designed perfectly and even executed better.
So the kicker lines up for the PAT. And he tacks on the extra point. Under a minute now in the first quarter. And the score, Arizona State 37, Penn State nothing. set to kick this one away. He kicks it off. Timbers has it at the 5. So the offense takes over, and the last time they had the ball, they had a tough time getting anything going.
The
offense will take over at the 23.
At the 23-yard line. First and 10.
Penn State comes out of the shotgun. He unloads it. Incomplete. Almost picked off.
Yo, kid, you don't get too many opportunities like that.
Coach, the safety made a great read on the play. He just forgot one thing.
What's that?
The ball.
Second
down and 10 to go.
Ball on the 23.
Ball on the 23. One man backfield. Eugene drops back to pass. And that one's fallen incomplete.
Man, I thought he was going to catch that one. He had it in his hands for a second.
Yep. And in that same second, the defender smashed into him, knocking the ball loose. Great defense.
Sure was, Coach.
Third and 10.
Third down.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Eugene with 3 wide receivers. He drops back. He lets it fly. It's tipped. Got it. And he's all the way down to the 39.
That's just airing it out on third down.
That was more than enough to pick up the first down. Next time, this defense will be playing on their heels.
We've got a first and 10.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Penn State lines up in a shotgun set. He throws. Finds his receiver. They pick up a few yards there on the pass.
And I'll tell you what, that fake handoff froze the secondary just enough to allow for the receiver to come up with a nice gain that time. Good call.
It's second down and 1 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. Slips it short. Complete. Richards with the tackle at the 25. Campbell gains about 5 yards on the play.
And that's just great execution on that short pass play.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter with our score. Arizona State 37, Penn State nothing. First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the
25-yard line. Penn State comes out in the shotgun. Drop back pass. Eugene passes. And it's caught. Taken back a yard. It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on the
26-yard line.
Penn State lines up in a shotgun set. Handoff up the middle. He's tackled at the 23. 3 yards there on the delayed handoff. So another third down upcoming for the offense. The Nittany Lions come out showing 3 wide. Eugene with the draw play. It brings him down at the 20-yard line. Crenshaw gets 3 yards on the play. And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. They're in the red zone, so this quarterback better be smart. Last time he threw a pick down here. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Penn State is ready to kick it away. He sends it downfield. Thomas has it at the 5. The defense did a good job against them the last time they had the ball, forcing the punt.
But remember, they had given up quite a few yards before forcing that punt. They might not be so lucky this time.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Penn State comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. And the defense picks it up. Well, it looks like they have another chance now with that fumble recovery.
I don't know how much of a chance that is. They're getting blown out.
We'll see. I've seen stranger things happen in a football game.
This is a great place to start the drive on the opponent's side of the 50.
First and 10.
Eugene drops to throw. Down the middle. And it pays off. Touchdown. My goodness, guys, that was a spectacular play by the wide receiver.
The coach has gone to great lengths to shepherd his receivers, and we've seen the results on the field.
They line up for the point after. And he adds the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. He sends it off. May has it at the 5. So the offense takes over, and they'll try to figure out this defense as they forced them to punt the last time they had the ball. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Arizona State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Poole brings him down for a loss.
They sent the blitz and drilled the running back before he could find any daylight.
So it's 2nd and 12. Ball on the 22. And with a takedown at the 23-yard line. The running back picks up a yard on the counter. From their own 23-yard line. It's 3rd down and 11 to go. The Nittany Lions line up with 6 defensive backs. Drops back pass. Sheds a tackler. No one open, so he's going to run. Hawkins with the tackle at the 33. That's a 10-yard gain. 4th and 1. They come out in a punt formation. Hamilton awaits the snap. He punts it. Crenshaw fielded at 31. So they beat this defense up through the air on their last drive. Let's see if they can replicate that performance this time around. First and 10. Ball on their own
34-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. And they make the stop at the 36-yard line. They'll get 2 on that one. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
The Nittany Lions come out in the shotgun. Throws. He snags it. At the 43. Kirk got a nice grab there.
You know, it may be simple, but whenever you can gain solid yardage, you're doing something right.
Third down. Ball on the 43-yard line.
The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. Eugene on the option, and now he pitches it. And he's tackled at the 43-yard line. Not much going on that drive.
Nothing at all. But you got to give the defense credit. They really stepped it up.
Fourth and 1. They come out in a punt formation. Thomas back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or two. He gets it off. Thomas fields it at the 18, and they fall on the loose ball. And that is a big, big turnover.
It looks like to me that someone got their helmet on that ball.
First and 10. Ball on the 19.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Eugene is back in the gun. Eugene back to pass. He steps up. They brought him down for the sack at the 25. They'll line up at the 25. Second and long. 3 wideouts here. Back to pass. Steps up. They can't connect. Incomplete. Eugene looks to have been shaken up a bit on that play.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he hurt his arm on that play.
Third down and long coming up here. Ball on the 25-yard line. Penn State comes to the line with 3 wide. Powers drops back, stepping up, throws this one out to the left. This one is incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down. It's 4th down. They'll line up the kicking team. This one is about 42 yards away. It's up, and they tack on 3 points. Flags are down, and this one might be on the offense.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still.
He didn't even try to hide it there. That was a blatant holding call.
They'll call that every time.
Fourth and long.
They come out in a punt formation. Cronin is waiting for the snap. He gets it away, and it's a skyrocket. Signals for a fair catch. And they'll down it at the 6-yard line.
Yo, the defense really stepped up to force that 3 and out on the last drive.
Yeah, the offense wasn't clicking on their last possession. We'll see if they have things figured out on this next drive.
They'll
start
at the
at the
6-yard
6.
line. First and 10.
Back to pass. Steps up. He zips it out to the left.
Yo, that was a tough pass for him to hold on to.
Yeah, but it wasn't the pass that was the problem. The hit is what jarred the ball loose.
Hey, the quarterback is the one who left his wide receiver out to dry.
Second and
You
10.
have to throw those
Ball on the
passes in a
6-yard
place
line.
where the guy could protect himself.
The Sun Devils line up with a single set backfield. Complete. McMahon brings him down at the 15-yard line. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made a great read, saw the open receiver, and delivered an almost perfect strike. Good-looking play.
Third and 1.
It's 3rd down. The Devils line up in an I formation. Harris steps back to pass, throws it, and that one's incomplete. And that'll make it 4th down.
4th and 1.
It's 4th down, and the punt team lines up. Crenshaw back deep to return. He gets it away. Crenshaw fields it at the 48. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
2 yards.
They'll start this drive at midfield.
50-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Nittany Lions line up with 4 wideouts. Eugene throws. Butler was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 2nd down. It's 2nd down.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
They're in the eye. Crenshaw on the run. He jukes. And down he goes at the 45-yard line. Crenshaw comes away with 5 yards on the carry. So that'll make it 3rd down. They line up at the 45.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
The Nittany Lions line up in an I formation. Lets it go. Got it to him on the run. And a pretty smart call right there.
You're absolutely right. The reason why this play worked is that the play action froze the defense just enough to allow the receiver to get open.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. They'll throw on 1st down. Down the middle. Has it to the senior. They pick up solid yardage there.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch there. The wideout was able to find a little open space in the defense, and the quarterback was able to get him the ball for a good pickup.
Have a look at our Old Spice red zone numbers. Red zone, when performance matters most. Eugene goes with a play fake, catches it. Black tackles him at the 11-yard line. Good pickup on that pass play to the fullback.
Look at the soft hands in that big fella. Throw it to him again.
They're inside the 20. Penn State lines up in a shotgun set. Dumps it. It's complete. And they make the stop at the 10. They get only a yard from the pass play. Second and 9.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
The Nittany Lions set up in the gun. Eugene options out. Richards brings him down for a loss. Here's 3rd and 11. And this is the 8th play of the drive. The defense is looking for the pass as they bring out their dime package. It's deflected.
You got to be careful throwing into coverage like that.
Well, Coach, I don't think it was a poor decision. It was just a great reaction by the man in coverage.
It's 4th down, and they'll attempt the field goal. This one is from about 29 yards out. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. May from his own end zone. He shoots him. Well, the offense couldn't get anything going on their last drive. Let's see if they can do a little bit better here. Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coke. Nice play fake. He passes it. The senior makes the catch.
The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, it was man-to-man defense, and it looked like the receiver just beat the cover man for the first down.
They line up at the 30. First down.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Moody takes it up the middle. So the fullback loses 2. Second down. Penn State lines up in a dime defense here. Harris hands it off. And he's tackled at the 31. Ryan gets 3 yards on the play. It's third down and 9 to go. Ball on the 31-yard
line.
The Nittany Lions bring in the nickel package. He throws it. They connect again. Hamilton brings him down at the 45-yard line. Nice play call to get him the conversion.
When a team converts on third down, they can really frustrate a defense. When they converted third and long, it just makes them sick.
First down, 10 to go.
First and 10.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
Penn State brings in their nickel package. Ryan gets the ball. He's tackled at the 45. Not much for the runner as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and 10.
Ball
on their own 45.
line.
Looking to throw. Rolling out to the right side. He throws it. May was the intended receiver on that pass. So that'll make it third down. The defense will try to stop this third down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. The defense is in the nickel. Back to pass. Feeling the pressure. Good job by the defensive line to clog up the passing lanes.
That's what you got to do. Keep your eye on the quarterback, and when he lets go, hit your arms up.
Fourth and 10.
They come out in a punt formation.
45-yard line.
Crenshaw will be the return man. Hangs it up high. Crenshaw calls for the fair catch. The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive. They'll go to work at the 18. Three wideouts here. Steps up in the pocket. He fires. At the 40. Across midfield. At the 40. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. They made that touchdown look really, really easy, Coach.
And that's what you get when you practice hard all week long. Practice makes perfect, my friend. And that was as close to perfect as you will get.
Well, here's the first attempt of the day for this offense that seems to have mastered the two-point conversion.
These guys are real tough. They get it almost every time they try.
This offense on a two-point conversion, I wish the defense good luck.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Kicks off. Thomas fields it in the end zone. The offense comes back on the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
It's all about execution, my friends. We saw them move the football, but they were unable to move it when it mattered most.
But Lee, I think you have to give credit to this defense. They tightened up when they had to, and they're going to look to do the same here.
The Devils line up with 3 wide. Drops back on first down. Wants to throw outside. And that one's fallen incomplete.
Oh, man. Dropped passes just aren't acceptable. I don't care if you're getting hit or not.
Hey, he'll shake it off. No big deal. Watch, they'll go to him again, and he'll come up with the catch.
You know, he probably will, but there's still no excuse for the one he just dropped.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Harris steps back to pass. Harris passes. Tackle at the 29-yard line. They brought the house on that one.
And this kid shows a lot of poise and moxie in the pocket. He knew he was going to get hit, but he hung in there and delivered the ball with accuracy.
It's first down. The Nittany Lions bring in their dime package. Harris still has it. He unloads it. And it's the tight end. Our cameraman didn't even know who had the ball.
I'm pretty sure the defense didn't either. The halfback did a heck of a job faking like he was running with the ball. They were about to tackle him.
First and 10. Ball on their own 44. The Sun Devils come out in the ace formation. Inside give. There's a missed tackle. Brought down at the 42-yard line. So with that run, they pick up another first.
It's a nice job again up front by the offensive line. They're doing a good job of neutralizing the defensive front, and it's allowed them to move the ball down the field.
They line up at the 42.
Ball
First down.
42-yard line.
The defense sets up in the nickel. Lets it fly. Got it. The 10. And he will score. They hooked up for the big play.
The coaches do a good job of getting this receiver the ball. They designed plays specifically for him. You only just saw it.
And the end results are huge chunks of yardage.
They're setting up for the PAT. He makes the PAT. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Hamilton gets set to kick this one away. He sends it off. Crenshaw fields it in the end zone. Well, the offense is back on the field again. In their last drive, they moved the ball very well, especially through the air on their way to that touchdown. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Crenshaw, the lone back. Wyatt tackles him for a loss on the play. There was just no daylight on that play, and the defensive lineman was the reason.
Well, that's one way to get involved in the game. Great stop in the backfield.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on their own 18. Drops back, lets it fly. The freshman makes the catch. A decent gain on the pass.
Yo, Kirk, Good job by the quarterback here reading this play.
Yeah, the defense came with a blitz, and you're right. Great job by this young quarterback of recognizing the coverage and spotting the open man.
Third and 3.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
They go with the run. He's tackled at the 30-yard line. And that'll be enough to move the chains.
You know, you can just look at the offensive line and see the surge, and that running back did a good job of reading the blocks to pick up the first down.
Oh, yeah, Kirk. The big uglies are getting it down up front, aren't they?
First and 10. Ball on the 30. The Nittany Lions come out in a shotgun. From their own 31-yard line.
On the 31-yard
First down.
line.
They'll keep it on the ground again. And they got him for a loss. Well, the defense really put the clamps down on that run.
Boy, Brett, great effort up front by that defense.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 29-yard line. Eugene comes to the line with 3 wide. Hands it off. Missed tackle. And he breaks another. Wyatt with the tackle at the 43-yard line. So a couple of broken tackles later, it's a first down.
Man, he got the ball and boom, got the first down.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to be on the other side of those.
First and 10. Ball
It's first
on the
down.
43-yard line.
Penn State goes with the ace set here. On the ground with the tailback. And he's tackled at the 46-yard line. Crenshaw gains around 3 yards on the run. Second down, 7 yards to go.
Ball on the 46-yard
Ball on the
line.
46. Eugene with 3 wide receivers. He lets it go. And they couldn't hook up on that one. The ball is roughly separated from the receiver by the defender.
And that's the way you play defense. Rough and tough with no apologies.
It's third and 7. Ball on their own 46-yard line. The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. A little juke. Vogel brings him down at the 48-yard line. They'll be short of the first down after that unsuccessful running play.
Nice job here by the defense of holding firm and forcing a fourth down.
Fourth and 5.
They come out in a punt formation. Thomas back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or 2. Signals for a fair catch. Thanks to some nice passing on the last drive, the offense was able to take it down the field for 6.
And great play calling to help make that an easy drive. The question is, can they do it again?
They'll get the ball here at the 20-yard line.
The Arizona State Sun Devils will start the drive at the 20-yard
Harris
line.
looking to throw on first down. He passes it, brings it in with one hand. Brought down at the 37-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
Quarterback and receiver spend a lot of time together. The coaches say they stay after practice just working on their timing, and right there it paid off.
First and 10. Ball on their own 37.
Ball on the 37-yard
lines up in a
line.
deep back, I formation. He lets it go. Caught. Tackle at the 48-yard line. How about that pass, fellas?
Well, Brad, the defense was coming with a blitz, and that opened some room for these guys to get open.
Yeah, and if you're coming with the blitz, you better get to this quarterback. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The Sun Devils line up with a single set backfield. Across the middle, he's got his tight end. Hamilton tackles him at the 39. And they're building some great momentum on this drive, guys.
That's right, Brad. That was a crisp pass by the quarterback, and they're looking pretty good moving the ball right now.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 39-yard line. They'll throw again. Defense hasn't stopped them yet. Hawkins comes up with a sack. Arizona State will call a timeout. It's second and long. Ball on the 46. Harris hasn't thrown a bad one this drive. He fires this one. Complete. What a catch. Talk about a throw.
Does this kid have an arm or what? I'm telling you, this thing is like a laser beam coming out of his hand.
Boy, you're right. What a cannon this young man's got.
Third and 9. Ball on the 38-yard line.
38-yard line.
Third down. Drops back to pass. Harris gets sacked for the loss. That puts this kid in double digits for sacks in the season.
What can we say? This guy's been amazing all season long.
He's just terrorizing quarterbacks. I love the way this kid plays the game.
Fourth and long.
The punter comes on the field, getting ready to send one off. Day, the return man. He punts it away. It's a high kick. Nolan signals for a fair catch. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Coach gave his offense quite a speech before he sent him out there.
And let's not forget, they had some things clicking the last time out. He's probably just reminding them to finish the job this
The
time.
Penn State Nittany
They'll
Lions
set up shop at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
They keep it on the ground with a tailback. And down he goes at the 12. 0 yards on that play. It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 12-yard line. We still have a half left to play, but right now, they've got this thing under control. Our score, Arizona State 44, Penn State 21. And we're just about set to get things underway here in the second half.
Start the second half.
Decent kick. Timbers fields it at the 9. And now we'll see the offense coming out onto the field for their next possession.
86 on the return.
First and 10.
At the 23-yard line. First and 10.
With the play fake. He's sacked at the 22-yard line. Second down and 11 yards to the sticks. Ball on the 22-yard line. Eugene lines up in the shotgun. Looking, wants to throw outside. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 24. Nothing going on that play.
Well, here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
Here's 3rd and 9. Ball on 24. Eugene has 4 receivers lined up here. Throws. Found his man. That's how you get a first down. Coach?
They took a risk and went for the long ball. And boy, did it pay off. Excellent play call.
It's first down.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
First down, 10 to go.
On the 48-yard line.
48. Looking long to the right. And it's incomplete.
He's just lucky that he got that pass away.
The offensive line didn't protect the quarterback very well. The pressure was there in no time.
It's second down and 10 to go.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
They come out in a nickel. Cross is short. Incomplete. Almost picked off. Nice job in the hand on that one.
Heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
Well, that'll make it 3rd down. They'll line it up again on 3rd down.
On the 48-yard line.
Eugene back to throw. He throws it. Brought down at the 35. And Lee, you just can't say enough about the year that this guy has had.
You know, when you get 1,000 yards receiving, they're talking about all conference. When you get 1,500 yards receiving, they start talking about the Heisman. And I don't blame them. This guy is sensational.
First and 10. Ball on the 35. Arizona State lines up in a dime defense here. Bogo brings him down for a loss, and he couldn't go anywhere on that run.
Nah, he couldn't go anywhere because there was no place for him to run. The defensive front got a good push and knocked that offensive line backwards.
It's second down and 12 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. Hands it to the back. Tries to shoot. Excellent open field tackle. Crenshaw picks up about 7 yards on the run. Third and 5 situation.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Penn State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Eugene back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He goes in. Tackle made at the 20.
Defense is coming with heat on that play.
Yeah, but the offensive line did a good job of picking up their assignments, and that gave the quarterback enough time to throw a nice pass to pick up the first down.
First down, 10 yards to go. We'll see what they can do in the red zone. Penn State sets up with 4 receivers. The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first.
Offsides. On the defense. 5-yard penalty.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Eugene to the air on first down. Complete. Got an opening. He's knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And a nice pass to the tight end.
Yeah, this is what I like. Move the ball down the field. Use that nice and steady intermediate passing game.
First down and goal to go. They're threatening inside the 20. They put everyone up on the line. Eugene steps back to pass. Here's a quick throw. And that's a second time today these guys have been able to hook up for the score.
Boy, he really looks comfortable in that end zone, doesn't he?
And the quarterback stays on the field as they try for the two-point conversion. The Nittany Lions come to the line with their jumbo package. Feeling the pressure. They don't get the two. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off. Thomas fields it in the end zone. Down the sideline. And they're going to bring this one all the way back. Touchdown! And some of the players are looking back because we have a penalty on the play.
Clipping on the receiving team.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here. They'll start this drive at the
13-yard line. First and 10.
The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. Harris sets up the play action, throws it deep downfield. Incomplete. Too far for the wideout. Second and 10. Ball on the 13.
13-yard line.
They'll bring in their dime package. Harris drops back to pass. Found his man. He can provide some excitement.
He sure can. And the thing that makes this play successful is the fact that he's on the same page with his quarterback. Sometimes you see wide receivers that don't have their heads in the game, and they make stupid mistakes.
You're right. Then they complain about not getting the ball.
First down, 10 yards to go. They come out in a nickel. They'll throw on first down. His receiver has it. He's all the way down to the 33-yard line. Heck of a catch by the wideout to pick up a nice chunk of yardage.
The kid is a very special football player. He can make the catch over the middle in traffic, or he can take it the distance using his speed. He can do it all.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Here they come. There's a missed tackle. He airs it out. It's deflected. It's a tip drill. And he's all the way down to the 2-yard line. And guys, even with the numbers he's putting up, it still seems like no one's got an answer to stop him.
Oh, what an unbelievable ride this guy's on. The last catch put him over 2,000 yards this year, and I just can't say enough about the kind of receiver this guy is.
He's phenomenal, Kirk. He catches everything under the sun.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Arizona State lines up in a goal line set. Harris fakes a handoff, goes to the end zone. And he managed to find his tight end for his second touchdown reception of the ball game. So they're ready for the extra point. And he hits the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Here's the kick. Crenshaw from his own end zone. Broke away from one. Passing wasn't much of a problem the last time this offense had the ball, as they were able to get it in for 6. Here are the offensive production stats, brought to you today by Coca-Cola. Eugene is back in the gun. Williams hits him in the backfield. They line up at the 14. We've got a 2nd and 14. They line up in the shotgun. Eugene steps back to pass. Down the middle. Got it to his receiver. The wideout made a good-looking grab there.
You're right, and the quarterback threw it as soon as he saw he had that extra step.
First and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. Crenshaw alone in the backfield. Inside handoff. Great move. They'll bring him down at the 32. Crenshaw gets 3 yards on the play, so that'll make it 2nd down. The 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. Nickel defense. The running back has it. Juke move. Here he goes. And he's all the way down to the 42-yard line. What do you think of this guy, Lee?
Brad, this kid could play on my team any day, and I'll tell you why. He's almost guaranteed 100 yards rushing every time out.
First and 10. They come out with a big set.
42-yard line.
Eugene goes down with a sack. It's 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Lines up in a deep back, I formation. Back to pass. He steps up. He throws it. That's incomplete.
Hello, sweetheart. Now that's how to break up a pass. That one had completion written all over it. But the young man on defense delivered a good enough hit to knock the ball loose.
He sure did. There was no way he was going to let that receiver catch that one.
It's 3rd down and 15 to go. Ball on the 47. The Sun Devils line up with 6 defensive backs. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
They'll bring the ball back and mark off some yards against them. 3rd down again.
Oh, yeah, and those types of mistakes kill drives more times than not.
We've got 3rd and long here.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
They'll make the sack. It's the senior corner who nails the quarterback for the sack.
Nice call here. They might want to wait a while before going back to it again.
It worked really well for them that time, but blitzing the corner is a good way to give up a home run.
4th and long.
It's 4th down, and the punt team lines up. Thomas back to receive, and you better believe this is the last guy they want to punt to. He gets it off. Thomas fields it at the 18. Let's see if this defense has trouble defending the pass again here.
If they do, my friend, look out. They're going to give up another touchdown in a hurry.
They'll go to work at the 20. He takes off. Brought down at the 25. From their own 25-yard line. Second and 5 coming up here. Arizona State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. He drops back. Harris lets it fly. He's on the run. Brought down with only one man to beat. Good job to avoid the rush and get the pass off.
Well, when you're trying to get to the quarterback with the blitz, you better have some talented corners because they could end up on an island out there all alone.
They line up at the 45. First down. Harris set to go to the air. He's looking for his man. It's complete. He's tackled in the open field. Only 3 yards there on the throw.
3-yard gain on the play.
Second and 7. Ball on the 48.
48-yard line.
Single set backfield. Harris drops to throw. Look out! And it falls incomplete.
That's just a great defensive play.
It won't look like much in the stat book, but that's getting the job done.
That'll bring up third down.
Third
It's third and 7. Ball on the 48-yard line. Harris back to throw. Throws it. Interception on the deflection. That INT puts him in a position to make this a game.
Yeah, they really needed that. That's a huge boost to morale.
You're right, Kirk. Now they got the big Mo on their side.
The
The offense will start at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line. First and 10.
Penn State comes out in the shotgun. Looks. Lets it fly. He snags it. And he's leveled. What a hit. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job of holding on to the football.
They line up at the 45.
Ball on the 45.
It's second down and 2 to go. Crenshaw on the handoff. Tackle at the 46-yard line. Pick up of a yard for the tailback. From their own 46-yard line. Third and 1 come up on this play. Here's a pitch, left side. Williams with the tackle at the 48.
He did a great job to break the tackle there and run for the first down, Coach.
Yeah, they had him behind the line of scrimmage, but they couldn't wrap him up.
That was a big play, too, because it would have been fourth down.
First and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. They're lining up in the 5-2. Moves up in the pocket. Williams comes up with a sack. Second down. They line up in the shotgun. Eugene drops back to pass. Throws it to the outside. Whoa, he just took a licking. Short pass there, and they get a moderate gain.
There's nothing wrong.
and diming him down the field.
So another third down upcoming for the offense.
48-yard line.
Eugene lines up with 4 wideouts. Richard hits him in the backfield.
Oh, man. He'll feel that one.
That's called making a mistake. When you get into the backfield like that and put somebody on their back, it really sends a message.
Fourth and 11.
It's 4th down, and the punt team lines up. Thomas back to receive, and you better believe this is the last guy they want to punt to. Hangs it up high. Thomas calls for the fair catch. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll go to work at the 16. Nickel defense. Harris back to throw. That's a great tackle at the 11-yard line. Second down.
15.
Arizona State goes with the ace set here. Harris steps back to pass, and it's caught. McMahon tackles him at the 16-yard line. That last pass was good for maybe 5 yards.
On the play.
From their own 16-yard line, we've got 3rd and 10. Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
They'll line up for another 3rd down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're in a 3rd down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake. It
Third
makes
and
your
15.
blood boil if you're a coach.
3rd and 15 coming up. Ball on their own 11. Harris back to pass. Fires it quickly. Hamilton with a takedown at the 25-yard line. Nice pass, but not enough for the first down, and that's going to bring up 4th.
I know, yeah, but nice pass and catch. But when you don't convert the first down, it's not as nice as you'd like.
4th and 1. The Sun Devils line up to punt. Hamilton is waiting for the snap. He punts it. Crenshaw fields it at the 41. The offense comes back down the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
They had something going, but were unable to get any points.
They'll get the ball here at the 44.
Will start the drive at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10.
Penn State comes to the line with 3 wide. Here's the halfback. Tackle made at the 46-yard line. That'll be a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 8.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Devils line up in a nickelback. Eugene set to go to the air. He throws. Caught. Gutierrez brings him down at the 46. That play is good for 8 yards and a 1st down.
Great look from the quarterback to find his receiver and make the quick throw for the new set of downs.
1st
down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 46-yard
Ball on the 46-yard line. Penn State comes out in the shotgun. Across the middle. And they make the stop at the 28-yard line. The quarterback just rifled that one in there for a good game.
He's throwing the football with some pop, isn't he, Coach?
Hey,
If he's not careful, he's going to break his receiver's fingers.
First and 10. Ball on the 28.
28-yard line.
Crenshaw is the deep back as they line up in the I. Vogel tackles him at the 24-yard line. They got 4 yards on that one. Second down and 6. Ball on the 24-yard line. The Nittany Lions set up in the gun. Eugene drops back to pass. He zips one over to the right. He made the catch, but it was outside the white line.
This quarterback has to just settle down and get his feet underneath him. He took the receiver clearly out of bounds. That kid had no shot to make the catch.
It's third down.
6. Ball on the 24-yard line.
This is when their star receiver can make plays. Eugene back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Got it to the senior. Thomas with the tackle at the 12-yard line. And fellas, this is really turning into a very impressive drive.
3 first downs and counting on this drive, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building some momentum here, and more importantly, they've kept this defense on the field.
Have a look at our Old Spice red zone numbers. Red zone, when performance matters most. In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown. Eugene drops back to pass. Lets it fly. Catches it. Tackle at the 7. And a nice pickup through the air.
I'll tell you what, fellas, I love this kid's throwing ability. He's got a quick release, and he's very accurate.
It's second down and 5 to go.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
They're in the I. They'll get it off here. Tackle made at the 3-yard line. That's 4 yards on the play. The offense faces another third down as they line it up. Let's see if they can take this one in for 6. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. What do you think of this guy, Lee?
This guy's a giant tailback playing fullback. He's got all the moves a halfback has, and he's got the power of a fullback. What a great combo.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. They're crowding the line. Setting up the play action. He throws. Just over a minute to go here in the third quarter. And the score, Arizona State 51, Penn State 35. Penn State gets set to kick this one away. He sends it off. Thomas fields it at the 2. They're just about ready to get this drive started. After their last series had some promise, but it ended with a punt. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Harris with 3 wide receivers. He looks to throw on first down. Lets it go. It's complete. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That was a good completion there.
Yeah, I really liked the good, clean routes they ran on that play.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Ball on their own 34. Arizona State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Looks to pass, and this one falls incomplete.
That sailed over the receiver's head.
Yeah, this receiver is fast, but not that fast.
They line up at the 34. Third and 3.
34-yard line.
The defense sets up with 5 defensive linemen. Third and short, and they hand it off. And the big fellow with some room. And that'll give him another first down.
Excellent job there, Brad, of running the football. That was good execution by this offense.
First down, 10 yards to go. Arizona State sets up in the eye. He just Hawkins tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. And the defensive end comes up with a big play.
Boy, he's quick as a cat, no question. He got tremendous penetration and was able to wrap him up for a loss there.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 42-yard line. Drops back to pass. Harris lets it go. And he's taken down at the 49-yard line.
I know I've said this all week, but I like this kid's arm. He's got good mechanics and a nice touch on the ball. He's not doing bad in this game either, my friend.
Not bad is right, Lee. That last pass gives him over 300 yards on the day.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Our score in this one, Arizona State 51, Penn State 35. The defense will try to stop this third down. They were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Arizona State will line up in a jumbo set here. Play fake. He'll take it himself. Tackle at the 46. Nice third down conversion there.
Yeah, good job by the quarterback of recognizing where the first down marker was and running for the first.
First down, 10 to go.
On the
The Devils
46-yard line.
come out in the ace formation. He unloads it. Complete. And tackles him at the 35-yard line. They're moving the ball very well on this drive, guys.
Yep, the defense is preventing the deep ball, but the problem is they can't stop the short stuff.
And the offense seems to be building a little bit more momentum on every play.
First down. Ryan lines up as a single back. Ryan gets the call again. Brought down at the 31-yard line. Ryan picks up about 4 yards on the play. That'll bring up second down. From the 31-yard line. Second down. And they'll run him again. They'll bring him down at the 27. Jackson probably just has a stinger here. We'll keep you updated on his status.
Well, it doesn't look like it's too serious, guys, but you never know. Sometimes those small injuries turn into season-ending ones.
The offense lines up trying to convert on third down here.
27-yard line.
Arizona State sets up in the eye. Ryan loses the handle. Scooped up by the offense. And the offense will recover. And he's level at the 24. They've got to be happy after recovering that fumble.
Yeah, because a play like that gets the defense right back into the game. You'll probably see him get real conservative now.
You're absolutely right, Kirk. Watch him run some basic plays here. Nothing fancy.
Arizona State goes with the ace set here. Harris steps back to pass. He decides to run with it. Brought down at the 14. A little laundry on the field, and we'll find out whose it is.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, Still
He didn't even try to hide it there. That was a blatant holding call.
They'll call that every time.
They line up at the 34. First down. Arizona State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Fakes to the back. He passes it, and it's caught. 4 yards on that play.
Makes the catch. Gain of 4 on the play.
It's second and long. This is the 12th play of this drive. Back to pass. He throws it. Incomplete.
Whoa. Excellent play on defense.
That's pretty much the best way to make sure the receiver doesn't catch it. He just put his pads on him the second he touched it.
Yep. And out came the football.
Third and long.
So again, a third down as the offense lines up. The defense is playing the pass on this one. Drops back to pass. He steps up. Harris with a bullet to the left. Nice gain, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's a nice play there. They did everything right except get enough yards for the first down.
They'll call on the field goal unit here. The ball's on the 23, so this will be about a 40-yarder. It's up. And it's right down the middle. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He boots it deep downfield. Timbers fields it in the end zone. And he couldn't get a thing going with that return, Lee Corso.
Brad, let me tell you something about kickoff returns. They required good blocking and precise timing. They didn't have either one of those things right there.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Eugene set to go to the air. The defender had it and then dropped it. They're really fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
Not a very smart decision by the quarterback. He had no shot at completing it.
Yeah, but that defender had a perfect shot at it. He just didn't catch it.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. Eugene still has it, and they couldn't hook up on that one.
Kirk,
Yeah, Coach.
did you see that drop pass?
Yeah, but it's safe to say that he heard footsteps, don't you think? I mean, the defender almost got there at the same time as the football.
All right. Well, the correct answer is yes, he did drop the football. Come on, sweetheart. The quarterback is trying to get you the ball. You got to make those kind of plays out there.
Penn State lines up with 3 receivers. He's looking to pass. Complete. He's gobbled up in the backfield. And a nice recovery there.
I'll tell you guys something. Coaches love players that force fumbles and recover the football.
The quarterback couldn't have asked for much better field position than where they're at now. He drops back. Somehow gets the ball away. And this one falls incomplete.
Boy, that was a good defensive effort there.
The ball was there, but the defender beat the receiver to it. Nice play.
That'll make it second down. The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown. Hamilton with the tackle at the 2-yard line. They grab 8 yards there. Arizona State has done a great job of getting points once they get inside the red zone.
Hey, when they get close to the goal line, you can count on some kind of score. They never come away empty-handed.
Touchdown.
I like that. Give the ball to the big fella, and the big hoss makes his way into the end zone.
This guy starts rumbling. You better get out of his way, or he's going to leave big marks on your chest.
They line up for the point after. And he tacks on the extra point. Better than 12 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. With the score, Arizona State 61, Penn State 35. Arizona State lines up for the kickoff. Crenshaw and Timbers. Back deep to return. Kicks it off. Crenshaw has it at the 5. Guys, what do you think about this situation?
Hopefully we'll see the offense move this ball up the field a little bit.
Yeah, Coach, they really haven't had too much success today. But this is an opportunity for them to get their team back on track and build some confidence going into the next game.
Eugene comes to the line with 3 wide. He looks. He's rolling right. Throw in deep down the left sideline. And he got it to the 10. He's in for the touchdown. They made a great connection there for the touchdown, didn't they, fellas?
Boy, the quarterback threw it right to the receiver. He caught it, took it all the way.
What a dangerous combination. You can't say enough about how good that throw was. The quarterback put that one right on the money.
So the kicking team will line up for the point after. He makes the PAT. Better than 12 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. With the score, Arizona State 61, Penn State 42. Is lined up to kick this one off. He kicks it off. Thomas fields it at the 3. Tough sledding for this offense that last drive as they took it in for 6.
Well, look no further than the guys up front. They created some huge holes to run through.
They'll take over at the 28-yard line.
Take over at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10.
Ryan, the lone back. Harris on first down. Harris passes. It's complete. And he's tackled at the 34. He ran a good-looking route and picked up positive yardage.
That he did, and he made a good catch. That short passing game is where you see all those hours in the summer that you put in pay off.
They line up at the 34. 2nd and 4. Arizona State goes with the ace set here. Harris will hand it off. And he carried that one for a few yards.
You know, when you have a guy that can grab 5 yards or so consistently, it sure takes some of the pressure off the passing game.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. The defense is playing the pass on this one. They'll throw on first down. This one is incomplete. He let his tight end just a little too far on that pass play.
Yeah, he'd like that one back. He will complete that pass 9 out of 10 times.
They line up at the 41.
On the 41
in second down. The defense sets up in the nickel. Back to pass. They'll sack him at the 34-yard line. Here's a third and long situation. Ball on their own 34. The Devils line up with a single set backfield. Harris back to pass. Surveys the field. He delivers. Catches it. Blackson brings him down at the 40-yard line. Makes the catch, but just not enough for the first.
Yeah, they're going to come up a little bit short here. Nice job by the defense of preventing this completion from turning into a first down.
4th and 11.
It's 4th down, and the punt team lines up. Crenshaw is back awaiting the punt. Let's see, do one of the linemen move first?
Offsides. On the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Fourth and 6.
Arizona State ready to pump this one away. He gets it off. Crenshaw fields it at the 17. At the 40. Across midfield. At the 40. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. He returns it all the way to score. Well, if they're going to go down, at least they're going to go down fighting.
There's a lot of ground to make up, but I just don't think there's enough time to do it.
The important thing is that these guys are still playing hard. Coaches always preach to never give up, and these guys are still giving 100% out there.
And he hits the PAT. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends it off. Thomas takes it from the 6. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coca-Cola. Arizona State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Harris drops back to pass. He let it go, and they make the stop at the 37-yard line.
This is a simple case of finding the hole in the zone. The quarterback did a good job of recognizing the coverage and then found his man.
Yep, give the receiver some credit, too. He got open, then made a nice catch for the first down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 37.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Drops back to pass. Quick throw. Oh, great catch. Brought down with only one man to beat. Good pickup by the receiver.
Yeah, this kid loves to play. He wants the ball every time they throw it up.
First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Sets up the play action, and he's going to come up with a sack. It's 2nd down and a long ways to go. Ball on the 48-yard line. Penn State lines up with 5 defensive backs. Harris back to throw. And now he's going to improvise. McMahon with the tackle at the 38. And we'll take a break while the injured player is attended to.
Trust me, this young man is not going to let these trainers keep him out of the football game. He's as tough as they come, and he'll be back today.
They line up at the 38. 3rd and 7 coming up here. Right with 3 wide receivers. Right, back to pass. Looking, down the middle. It falls incomplete. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the punter, looking to boot this one away. Hamilton awaits the snap. Punts the ball away. Signals for a fair catch. They'll down the punt at the 1. What do you expect from this offense at this point, fellas?
Well, Brad, they still have 2 possessions. I think they have to get into the end zone on this drive.
No doubt about it, Coach. Time is running out, and if they want a chance to win this game, then they need a score right here.
Penn State comes out in the shotgun. Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
He just
goes
flinched.
ahead.
Brad, one of the most frustrating penalties is a false start because they are the easiest penalties to avoid. It just takes some focus.
1st and 15 now. Ball on the 15-yard line. Gives it to the back. Juke move. They'll bring him down at the 15. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more.
They
line up at the 15.
Ball on the
2nd down.
15-yard line.
Eugene comes to the line with 3 wide. They give to the tailback. Tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Yep, the defense was blitzing on that play, but it was picked up very nicely by that big old line.
And that certainly helped spring him free, Coach. They have to be careful not to over-pursue next time.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. The Nittany Lions come out in the ace formation. He's looking for his man. Got it to his receiver.
I'll tell you, this receiver showed really good hands on that play.
This kid is always calling for the ball, and if he keeps making plays like that, he'll continue to get the ball.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 40.
40-yard line.
Eugene drops back. He lets it go. Incomplete. Almost picked off.
Good job there by the defense to get a hand on it.
It was, Kirk, but when you're going out for a pass and the ball is in the air, you need to go after it and come down with it. You just can't watch the defender bat it down.
2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 40-yard
Ball on the
line.
40-yard line. Hayden up the gut. Brought down at the 43. 3 yards there on the play. The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. He's looking to pass. Wants to throw outside. Incomplete pass.
He just overthrew them on that one.
Quarterback has to make those passes. You can't overthrow a guy like that.
4th and 7.
Here comes the punter looking to boot this one away. Thomas is back to return, and he's the same guy that already ran one all the way back. Punts the ball away. Signals for a fair catch. It's a little late in the game to be punting with a 2-possession deficit, don't you think, Coach?
I think so, but this coach has a lot of faith in his defense.
The problem is that he needs his offense to step up and put points on the board. And they can't do that when they're catching wind on the bench.
The offense will take over
The
at the
Arizona State
25.
Sun Devils will start the drive at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
Ryan lines up in the deep back, I formation. Harris Fakes a handoff. He'll dump it short. He snags it. Nice little pattern there.
Yeah, he had great position there, and that ball was thrown in the right spot.
Second and 5 coming up here. Ball on their own 30-yard line. Harris drops back to pass. Rolls to the right. He throws it. Incomplete pass. There's a flag on the field, and I think I have a good feeling of what this might be.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still second
He looked
down.
like he had a handful of jersey on that one.
You know, you can get away with a little holding, but hey, you can't do that.
From their own 20-yard line. Second and long.
20-yard line.
The defense comes out in the dime package. Harris back to throw. Throws. It's deflected.
This is just tough defense.
Yeah, if the safety was just a split second quicker, then he could have picked that one off as well.
They line up at the 20. Third down, 15. They come out in a nickel. Harris back to throw. Steps up over the middle. And it's the tight end. And that catch gives the big fella 100 yards on the day.
These guys do a great job of utilizing the tight end in their passing game, something that most teams don't do in college football.
First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. Hunter with a takedown at the 44-yard line. Ryan gains around 3 yards on the run. It's second down and 7 to go. Ball on their own 44. McMahon tackles it at the 46.
And remember one thing that this coach said, they will force it down this defense's throat until they prove that they can stop it.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Gets the ball. No, they faked it. Rolls to the left. Lets it fly. And down he goes at the 38. The quarterback has now passed for over 400 yards with that last completion.
The guy has done a great job moving the sticks all day long. He's a really good player.
Second and 2 coming up here.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Fakes to the back. He's going right. Catches it. He's tackled at the 28-yard line. And guys, you can just feel the momentum building with this drive.
That's their third first down on this drive alone, Coach.
Yep, we all know how important momentum is in college football. This defense really needs to step up and get some of it back.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Harris flips it left. Blackstock with a takedown at the 28. Didn't get anything. It's second and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. Ryan picks up 2 yards with the carry. So another third down upcoming for the offense. He's looking to pass. And now he's going to improvise. And he's taken down at the 23-yard line. A pickup of about 3. It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. The ball's on the 23, so this will be about a 40-yarder. He gets it up, and he's got it.
He had no problems putting the uprights with that one, Kurt.
Yeah, that one looked like cake for this kid. Chalked up 3 points for the offense.
Arizona State is lining up to kick this one off. Crenshaw and Timbers back ready to return. Kicks it away. Mack takes it at the 14. Guys, what do you think about this situation?
Well, time isn't on their side anymore. They need to get this ball down the field and get in the end zone.
You're right, Coach. It's now a 2-possession game. There's not too much time to spare.
They'll set up shot at the 14-yard line.
First and 10.
The Nittany Lions set up in the gun. He unloads it, and it's incomplete.
Great play. That's how you make someone drop the football. Let them know you're there, and then, wow, put your pads on them.
That's the way you make it hard to catch the ball. I will say that. I agree.
Second and 10.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 14. He drops back. He'll dump it short. Gets that one. And that was interception number 3 for this defense, and they got to be happy about that. We'll see if they can get it in as they start this drive in the red zone.
At the 16-yard line. First and 10.
Ryan alone in the backfield. Play action. Throwing left. It falls incomplete.
He just missed his receiver there.
He tried to fire it in there, but the receiver just couldn't catch up to it.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Harris drops to throw, stepping up, throws down the middle. Touchdown, ASU!
I hate to downplay this quarterback, but that defense has got to defend the pass better, Kurt.
Well, Coach, the quarterback's throwing very well today, but you're right. 3rd touchdown pass given up today. They've got to step up and make more plays.
So the kicking team will line up for the point after. And he adds the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He kicks it off. Timbers fields it at the 3, makes a move. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Eugene with 4 wide receivers. Eugene looking to throw on first down. Got it to his receiver.
That was a pretty nice completion.
Yeah, but it's still a 3-possession game. That's a lot of ground to make up in the fourth quarter.
I give him credit, though. This quarterback refuses to give up.
Penn State comes out with 2 tight ends. Eugene off the fake. Someone got a hand on it.
Excellent job of getting a hand in there to break up the pass.
It was, Coach. That one had reception written all over it, but the defender stepped up and made the play.
That'll bring up second down. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. Drops back to pass. He steps up, looks, picked off from the deflection. Tackle at the 43.
This defense is just putting on a clinic today, Coach.
They've done their job today. That's 4 interceptions for this game.
Yeah, and this offense just didn't look right from the get-go. It hasn't been their day.
They'll take
see if
over
they can
at the
capitalize on the
43-yard
good
line.
field position.
First and 10.
Harris will hand it off. He's tackled at the 39. Ryan gains about 4 yards on the play. They line up at the 39.
Ball on
It's
the
second down, 6 yards
line.
to go. The Sun Devils go with the I formation. They'll give it off here. And he's taken down at the 33. Picked up a first down on that carry.
Yeah, a good job up front by the offensive line. They picked up some nice blocks to allow that back to get in there for some extra yardage.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Ball carrier, Dukes, tackle at the 27-yard line. Ryan gets 6 yards on the carry. It's second and 4 to go.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Tackles him at the 27. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Well, I can't argue with this decision. Here's the Coke players of the game. With the give. Oh, man, did he take a hit. Penn State will take their second time out of the half. So it's fourth down. This will be about a 42-yarder. The kick is up. And it sails through the upright.
He looked pretty good kicking the ball there.
Yep, the kicker did a good job of keeping his head down and striking the ball right between the goalposts for a long field goal.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks off. Crenshaw fields it at the 1.
Do you know who's trembling right now?
Well, it's not the defense. They played well all game.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coke. Powers comes to the line with 3 wide. He rifles it to the left. He snags it.
He did a good job of catching that in bounds, Kirk.
Yeah, the receiver did all the work on that play. He made a great adjustment to the ball and dragged his feet to keep them in bounds.
They're going to flag the celebration there.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
First down.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
The Nittany Lions line up with 3 wide. Crenshaw gets it on the counter. He's tackled at the 21. Crenshaw comes away with 2 yards on the carry. They line up at the 21. It's second down. The defense is in the nickel. Howard set to go to the air. And this one falls incomplete. The ball is roughly separated from the receiver by the defender.
And that's the way you play defense. Rough and tough with no apologies.
Third down and what they didn't want to get in. The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. Howard steps back to pass. He's looking. Long ball, right side. And he's all the way down to the 44. And that's the end of the game. What are your final thoughts on the game, Coach?
I can't say enough about this performance. Arizona State played an excellent game out there, dominating on both sides of the ball. They've got to feel pretty good after blowing out a team like this.
Folks, thanks for tuning into our game. Our final score, Arizona State 74, Penn State 49. Our thanks go out to everyone here at EA Sports. I'm Brad Nessler for Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso, signing off. Until next time, so long, everybody.